Remember the video and blog article that I just posted about Monet Davis? You know, the one about how that punk Joey Caselberry called this 13-year-old sports prodigy a quote-unquote slut? Well, she wants him to be forgiven. I'll rant and rave in a minute, but first, the following news comes courtesy of TMZ. TMZ writes, quote, Monet Davis continues to show why she's the most mature 13-year-old alive. We've just learned she reached out to the president of Bloomsburg University and asked him to reinstate the baseball player who called her a bad name on Twitter. TMZ Sports spoke with a rep for Bloomsburg who tells us President David L. Schultz received an email from Davis and her coach in which they asked that Joey Caselberry's dismissal from the team be reconsidered. Caselberry was booted from the squad this weekend after he posted a tweet saying Disney is making a movie about Monet Davis. What a joke. That slut got rocked by Nevada. The team said Caselberry violated the athletic department's social media policy and possibly the school's code of conduct. While Bloomsburg says they respect Davis' opinion and praise her for being incredibly mature about the situation, the school will not reinstate the baseball player, saying, quote, right now we're standing firm. For his part, Caselberry apologized for the tweet and says he's a huge Monet Davis fan. With fans like that, who needs enemies? Anyway, the story goes on to say, after we broke the story, Monet spoke with ESPN and explained her decision, saying, quote, I know right now he's really hurt. Everyone deserves a second chance, end quote. Okay, so here is the letter Miss Davis sent to the Bloomsburg University school where she begged for him to get his baseball position back. Brace yourself. She wrote, and I quote, Dear Dr. Schultz. Wait, that sounds like those shoe inserts, but anyway. Dear Dr. Schultz, I am writing about the tweet sent out by your baseball player, Joey Caselberry, and his dismissal from the team because of it. While I admit I was pretty hurt when I read his comments, I felt sad that he was dismissed from the team. As many people know, my dream is to play college baseball and maybe even professionally. I know how much hard work and dedication it will take to get there, and to have that dream taken away would be heartbreaking. I am sure Joey Caselberry has worked very hard to get where he is and dreams of playing in the major leagues. For this reason, I'm asking you to please allow him back on the team so that he can continue to chase his dream. He made one dumb mistake. I'm sure he would go back and change it if he could. We all make mistakes and deserve to be forgiven. I hope you will give him a second chance and allow him to play. Thanks, Monet Davis. Here's my opinion. Wop, 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 wop. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You know, I watched the video that TMZ posted on their article. Now, it was worth the 1 minute and 27 seconds that I spent watching it, and it's posted at the bottom of this blog on my website at the meatmagazine.blogspot.com website. If you're listening to this video, watching it on YouTube, there should be a link below that'll take you there to my blog, right to this article, so you can see the video for your damn self. It was well worth watching. You know, the video really gave me some insight into who this young lady is. And a lot of you may say, well, she's obviously a very forgiving person. She took the higher route. But I'm going to call bullshit. When I say that it gave me some insight into who this young lady is, I mean that she's a misinformed girl. I see she wants to show love and tolerance for this bully and extend her hand to him. But what Monet doesn't understand is the fact that Joey is not remorseful at all whatsoever. He was proud of himself when he called this 13-year-old superstar a slut. And his only regret was saying it publicly, being caught and called out for it. But he felt pretty good when he said it. Here are some quotes from the video. Now, they're not verbatim. I just want to break down what she said. Monet said, and I quote, mind you, I want you to pay close attention. Pay close, very, very close attention to what she said. Listen, she said, and I quote, everyone makes mistakes, and everyone deserves a second chance. I know he didn't mean it in that type of way, and I know a lot of people get tired of seeing me on TV. You gotta just think about what you're doing before you actually do it. And I know right now he's really hurt, and I know how hard he worked just to get to where he is right now. There's hurt on my part. I know he's hurt even more, End quote. Okay. She went on to say that she sent that letter into his school asking for him to be reinstated. First of all, everyone may make mistakes. However, calling a 13-year-old a slut on the internet for the world to see out of sheer jealousy, envy, and misogyny is not something that should be on any adult's resume. And yes, Monet, he did mean it in that type of way. He meant his words emphatically. He wanted to hurt you. He wishes he could be in your position. You're setting yourself up for success, and he's a dismal failure. The definition of hitting rock bottom is when, as an adult, a 13-year-old has to be the adult in the room because you're running around bullying them because you want a handout. Monet earned this movie by achieving a level of talent most people will never reach. Her athleticism should be praised, if anything. However, she got talent shamed and slut shamed in the same thoughtless tweet posted by a coward who shouldn't be forgiven by her. Now, the language of this young lady's response has an apologetic tone to it, and to me that's sad. She was wrong, and yet she apologizes to him. This is typical black celebrity behavior. When a white person does them wrong, this black guilt trip takes over, and they feel as if they've done something wrong. And to me, it's really disheartening. Hashtag black guilt. White guilt's not real, but black guilt is. She said he is hurt more than she is. An adult man slanders a 13-year-old girl's name and reputation, and she is more concerned with his well-being, his feelings, his reputation than her own. To the point where she essentially apologizes to him and begs for him to be reinstated. She didn't just say she forgives him, in an interview. She actually took the time to write a letter and act as an activist and mouthpiece for this fucking loser. This is just outrageous. This whole black guilt thing is out of hand. She is the victim in the situation, and unfortunately she's programmed to think that she is somehow the aggressor. And this right here, folks, is the ills of white supremacy taking over the mind of a 13-year-old right in front of our faces. This adult man couldn't bear to allow this young woman to enjoy her success. He used his social media platform to try and take her down a notch, but what he didn't realize, however, is that she's already been taken down a notch by systematic conditioning. The fact that Monet wrote a letter trying to save him before he wrote a letter apologizing to her is sheer clear evidence of black guilt. This man is a bully and comes from a thug culture that promotes a mob mentality. From sororities and fraternities hazing each other to workplace bullying and bullying at school to the point where the victim feels that shooting up the school is the only way out of the torment. The culture that this man comes from is just sick all the way around. I feel even more sorry for Monet now. We must and we will stop black guilt. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channel. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more.